So today I just want to take a moment to talk about some of these situations of the former Amish that have left the Amish religion and are now in court fighting the Amish church and the elders. I never knew that it would get to this point. There's quite a bit of former Amish that I am talking with every week, sometimes daily. Last week I talked to 2 of them. This morning I talked to a new one that I've never spoken with that has reached out, and I recognize something. In the old order Amish where I come from, we were forbidden to sue anyone, try to get even, go to the court of law, couldn't hire no lawyers. We always had to forget and forgive whoever has done us wrong. That is, if the other individual is Amish. Guys, all of the former Amish that I'm communicating with that have lawsuits and are in court, some of them are fighting to get their children rights to see their children, visitation rights, are literally now fighting the Amish that, yes, you guessed it, hired their own lawyers. Why? Because to protect themselves, and it benefits them to fight the former Amish, so the former Amish can't get their children. There's 3 different dads I'm talking to right now, praying with them on the phone, encouraging them, and just helping them to continue to fight and not give in to the Amish system. Because the Amish did hire lawyers. If the spouse cannot afford one, the church will help her. In Levi Mass' case in Pennsylvania, that is exactly what's happening. And he's running out of money. But a lot of them, they have gotten lawyers and they are going to court for the spouse that remains Amish and the children, to try and keep the children Amish. They don't want the former Amish that gave themselves over to the world to get custody of the children. So they will make up lies. But some of the mind-blowing lies that these former Amish have told me that they made up, the Amish church made up, they have meetings, and they will all say the same thing in court to testify against the former Amish to make him look like a bad person. Like he's not fit to have the children, have custody. And it's really hard to prove these cases to a judge, a worldly English judge, because the Amish all show up in big droves of 50 if they have to. And they all have the same lies spewing from their mouth. And they have no problem saying whatever they have to say and manipulate the system, manipulate the judge in believing them, so that those children do not get handed over to an ex-Amish world, a person that gave himself over to the world, they believe, because they believe those children, if he gets custody, those children are now also given over to the devil and of the world. So they will fight. They don't believe, they don't see anything wrong with making up lies and manipulate and be a narcissistic, evil liar to get their way, so that these children and the spouse that's remaining Amish and committed to their system will not be influenced by that ex-Amish worldly person. Guys, it's become a very common thing here in the last couple of years. And I'm seeing it more and more and more, where the former Amish, if they're even strong enough to fight, to have to go to court over, and they drag this stuff out until you're almost financially done, drained. Then they got you where they want you. The court systems are already all about money anyway. You can't get no lawyer or anyone to do anything for you unless you get the pocketbook out. And so the Amish church has a lot of money, actually, for their own protection, their own church, for many different reasons, but they have no problem using that money to now get a lawyer and go to court, when otherwise they always taught you never get one. It's against their religion to get a lawyer. It's against their religion to go to court. But now, in order to fight us former Amish, they have no problem to do so. And I just wanted to do a video just to kind of make some awareness, guys. Religion is about power and control. And when they're losing grip on an individual they can't control no more, that says, hey, I'm saved, I'm going to follow Jesus, no longer religion, they absolutely despise and hate that individual at that time. They will come up against anybody and fight you. If you try to come back and get your things, come back and get your family, they will do everything they can. It's really heartbreaking and sad what I'm seeing unfolding with especially the very religious controlling groups of Amish, Schwarzentuber Amish, and the strict original, what they call them as original old order Amish, that keep the original articles of faith written by our forefathers, and they believe you must stick with that. But yet they themselves are changing. Do as I say, not as I do kind of thing, you know. That's the kind of mentality they have. But it's just mind-blowing how much money they're spending to fight the former Amish that simply just wanted their freedom and choose a different way of life and wanted to come back to get their wives and their children. And the Amish are doing everything they can to prevent that. And it's just really sad. And I'm hoping to do enough awareness to educate the DAs, you know, the judges. Our justice system needs to understand how they think so that they cannot be manipulated and lied to give in to the evildoers that are making up lies against others that disagree with their religious theology. And guys, I don't think there's anything more evil than somebody or a group that is willing to lie through their teeth to get their way. Only in their hearts, they only believe they're doing right in God's eyes by protecting God's church, the Amish church. That's what they believe they're protecting. They don't view themselves as doing something evil. But oh my goodness, on Judgment Day, if they don't find out here on earth, as a believer, I'm going to tell you, my heart breaks for them on that day. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 7, verse 21, 22, somewhere in there, he says, on that day, many will say, have we not done this? Have we not done many wonderful works? Have we not protected your church? The Amish, I believe, are going to say. Because they're strongly protecting everything they can and keeping that traditional way of life. And Jesus says in that verse that, then I will tell them, I never knew you. Where do you come from, you workers of iniquity, you workers of lawlessness? And that is why I wish that more people would understand the system and how they operate and how dangerous they are, and help make awareness and shut those kind of systems down when they end up in courts, and understand the dangers about what they're doing to hide evil, what they're doing to make crimes against innocent children just go away. The church hides it. All of those things are hidden within these religious groups, and it's very dark and demonic. So I just want to do a video to educate that and be a voice for those that right now are in these situations, and there's no way they can openly speak about it, because in courts they'll obviously use stuff against them if I interview them. But in the future, I'm planning on doing quite a bit of videos to interview these individuals once their court cases are final, where they can openly speak about it, because right now if I interview them, they can use that against them in the court of law. So I'm all about, always, guys, helping those that can't help themselves and give them a voice that were silenced by religion. And you all have a blessed day, and I love you all. God bless.